Hello everyone, welcome to Gear Community Spotlight. I'm Nico, and today we are so happy to invite Gear Foundation Product Coordinator Andrei to our stage. So Andrei, would you like to introduce yourself and your role in Gear Community to our audience?
Hello everyone. I'm Andrei. I'm working in Gear as a product coordinator. I'm mostly in charge for developing, implementing of different tools, internal tools or external tools for smart contract developers like our Gear idea, as well as our websites, community websites, foundation, and so on. Also, we launched other ecosystem projects like Gear Academy or grants program and so on. So I'm mostly working on all of the projects around Gear ecosystems.
Okay, cool. Thank you for your introduction. And how long have you been in Web3 and how did you get involved in it?
Actually, not much. Most of my colleagues longer in Web3. I personally about 2 years, I think, when I started learning Web3 and projects involved in Web3 and so on. Yeah.
So when you joined Gear, and how long have you been Gear? About 2 years.
The same, about 2 years. Maybe 1 year and a half, because yeah, my familiarity with Web3 started actually with Gear.
Yeah, because we all know Gear is totally new project and still now. So when you join Gear team, why you choose to join it? Would you like to share the reason with us?
Yeah, sure. I have some guys around me, like some friends working in different projects. We have worked with them in previous projects, and one of them suggested me to start learning Gear. He tell me about this new project, and I knew nothing about Web3 at that moment. And but I have pretty much years in IT, in cybersecurity, and the projects and so on. And yeah, I started working on the technical paper for Gear. I started learning, and at the same time working on the technical paper for Gear, and deeply diving into the Web3 and into the Gear project specifically. And the more interesting it became for me, and I decided to completely switch to Gear and focus all of my time on Gear project.
Yeah. So still now, how many products have you have been implemented or developed based on Gear protocol? Would you like to introduce them?
Yes, we have. There are a couple of categories of the products can be mentioned. First is some internal products like tooling, Gear Idea. It's a portal where a smart contract developer can upload their smart contract, send and reply, get some messages from smart contracts, and make other things. Also, as I mentioned, some internal products relate to Gear Academy, and for better adoption for smart contract developers, we have a lot of different use cases, which was implemented by Gear Foundation team. Use cases of smart contracts for absolutely different topics like gaming, DeFi, DEX, supply chains, so anything that could be interesting for other guys. And these examples are open source, so anyone can take it as a basis, and anyone who wants to run a decentralized application on Gear can take these examples and use it as is or modify in accordance to their needs. And also these smart contracts, so some of the smart contracts has a user interface implementation. It's a JS application that interacts with smart contracts in the chain. And yeah, we also have a lot of examples of these applications. And this is about some internal products, right? Speaking about external, it can be maybe some integrations, because other projects in within .sum ecosystem or outside it, we have collaboration with some of them, and they also working on running some smart contracts on Vara network. So this allow them to increase their use cases as well, and increase adoption of their networks as well. And of course, after the launch, after the production launch of Vara network, we will keep engaging smart contract developers around the globe. Anyone who wants to run any decentralized application, and we will support them using grants program and other things.
That's really cool. And I also remember that we have developed an NFT game called Tamagotchi, right? I think it's very interesting because people can cooperate with other or battle with each NFT, and the NFT image is a rat. So I think it's cool. And I also know that we also have these cases in Gear Academy, and we set exercise for people who to learn the academy and yeah.
Academy is a good entry point for anyone who know Rust, first of all, but actually not very deep Rust knowledge required. So any newbie in Rust can easily complete the Academy course and become a smart contract developer on Gear.
I think that it's very important that the Gear Academy is totally free, so people who want to learn something, they can really join.
Yeah, it's completely free. After the completion of Academy, the student will get the certificate about that and the NFT as a reward.
That's great. It's a little difficult for me, but I really want to get the NFT.
Keep trying.
Yeah. So next question is, what part of Polkadot ecosystem you are interested in most, and why?
It's hard to say about some specific project. Actually, Polkadot ecosystem has a lot of interesting application-specific parachains related to identity, NFTs, DeFi's, a lot of things. Very good and interesting projects. So I think the new projects will come and become parachains.
Because the market, especially the bear market, so everything and every project also meet some problems. So the current situation of Polkadot ecosystem is also not very good. So what do you think? What do you think are the current difficulties of Polkadot ecosystem, and what do you think about the future development of it?
First of all, yeah, you're right. It relates to bear market. It's a global problem in the entire industry, right? And but other blockchains, including the Polkadot ecosystem, they keep evolving. They can improving their products. New products appear. So the Polkadot ecosystem itself actually has a very good potential because of functionality it implements. It's layer 0 shared security, and so it's first of all, it's very secure, robust, and fast networks based on WebAssembly and Substrate framework. So all of these factors make the Polkadot ecosystem very promising, and they will keep evolving in the future. So I believe in success of the entire ecosystem.
Mhm. And Gear Protocol and Fire Network also use Watson and Substrate framework. So we always meet some people who will ask, compared with other layer one blockchain, what's your advantage about Gear Protocol and Fire network?
Mhm.
So about this question, could you explain it to our audience?
Yeah, sure. Vari network, yes, is the layer one standalone network. It is not a parachain, and it is built based on Gear protocol. And the Gear protocol itself implements some unique feature, unique design for smart contract developers. And first of all, it is actor model. In Gear protocol, any essence of the network is then actor. A user, programs, anything actors. It is a pretty secure system because programs do not share their state. Instead, they have some private state, private memory, and they communicate via messages. So a user can send message to a program can send message to a program and to a user. And the result of these messages could be the program can change its state or reply with another message and so on, or even create the new actor. And this allows the probably most interesting feature is it's a synchronous programming model, because unlike other existing layer one solutions, they implement synchronous approach, and as a drawback of this is the application developer should architect his application, their application this way, so some piece of business logic should be completed first of all, should be executed sequentially, one by one, and should be completed within a single block. In fact, this leads to actually poor user experience in the applications. It leads to some complexity, and user experience from, for example, Web 2 applications that we like to use. It's very hard or even impossible to make on synchronous blockchains. For more complex computations, they have to introduce some centralized components, centralized servers or oracles or something like that. So in Gear, we thanks to actor model, the program should not wait for response on the previous message, and the program can send messages to different system components, and it should not be completed within a single block and can be distributed in time. So it is completely asynchronous approach, and it opens up the opportunity to implement applications with more useful, more interesting user experience and user scenarios.
Mhm.
Another thing is all of the programs compiled from Rust in Gear is they compiled in WebAssembly binary. So WebAssembly it's also was invented to launch binaries in the sandboxed secure environment. It is fast, it is secure. So and also all the parachains. Most parachains and Polkadot ecosystem also use WASM. And yeah, we also have in Gear some other unique features like persistent memory, which simplifies the development and allows to manage program memory in more effective way. And yeah, and all of these features require some unique custom build runtime for Vary network. But some components of the network was taken from the substrate as is, like governance version 2, staking, and so on. So this allows us also greater composability with other substrate-based networks. Yeah.
And about all of the features and all of the detailed introduction about its key technologies, I also remembered a very special features called delayed message, because it attract me. Last time in Antalya, I know you in our inner hackathon, and you use the delayed message and create a project, and you win the first prize. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, this actually, thanks to actor model, this becomes possible. So it is possible to reserve some amount of gas for messages that will happen in the future, and it is possible to implement the logic in the application, so the program will trigger itself automatically after some number of blocks, or it can trigger another program. It doesn't matter. So it allows to implement some functionality like automatic yield harvesting, any kind of automation actually, including subscription management and automatic renewals of subscriptions. It is possible, for example, to have like composable NFTs that can change their parameters within a time based on different external or internal events. For example, the price of NFT has been changed, and the NFT can change its look and feel. Yeah, and other things, including in games, you can implement more intrinsic scenarios using delayed messages. So yeah, any cases related to automation. So now it is possible to realize.
Yeah, and I believe when our Faro network is launched, and more people will use the unique features to do more project and build an our network.
Yeah, all of these things are described also in Academy, or if some new functionality will happen, it will be updated as well. And I can also advise anyone who is interested to visit our wiki. We have a wiki, GearTech. It's a single point of knowledge for anything about the protocol, how to implement smart contracts. It has a lot of examples of smart contracts, how to implement JavaScript application for interacting with programs and chain, and a lot of things. So everything you can find in our wiki.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you really did a great job in our Gear Wiki and Faro Wiki, and there are many smart contract examples, and also basic introduction about Web3 and about the accounts, how to build dApps. It's really important for people who want to learn and who want to build on Gear protocol.
Yeah,
and
right.
We also talked a lot about technology and about your insightful views about Polkadot and Gear protocol. So next, I will ask some questions about yourself. Like the first question is, the job in crypto world, or we can say in Web3, is highly stressful. So how do you usually relax yourself?
Relax myself. I like swimming. I like playing drums. And I'm living in a beautiful place. I can show you mountains and sea, so it is pretty relaxing just to be here.
Yeah, it's really good. Like hiking or climb mountains. I love that.
Yeah.
But I don't get the chance. And so we are basically now working in a distributed office now. So how do you usually allocate your working time and improve your work efficiency? Do you have some problem with that?
Yeah, when we are working distributed distributed office, and yeah, it's actually critically important to be online and to respond quick for any incoming messages, and it is also I expect from my colleagues to respond pretty quick as well. And we have a distributed team around the globe. We have people in China, in the US, in Europe, and different time zones. And yeah, it happens that you have to work early morning or late evening or even sometimes at night. But on the other hand, so you have enough of time for other things to do.
And I also have a funny question for you. So if you have the chance, so what will you choose if you have 3 months to learn a new skill?
New skill?
Yeah.
Maybe learn Turkish language.
Kurdish language? Why?
Turkish, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm living in Turkey and I cannot speak Turkish very well. It's not enough for communication with locals.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be helpful for me.
So I believe if you have 3 months.
But I'm trying. I'm trying to learn almost every day. But yeah,
And I'm
sometimes
trying
not
to
happen.
learn Russian.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. As a programmer, do you have any recommendations for people who want to explore Web3 trends and read some insightful views? So do you have any websites or blog can recommend to others?
Yeah, first of all, actually, my most actually important information can be received from Twitter. So you can just you can sign up to interesting projects or different projects, and yeah, the most interesting information you usually posted in there. Another good resource is Medium. And yeah, I also have subscribed to different projects in Medium. Yes, and they send me email with articles every day. So most of the articles are really interesting as well. So yeah, I suggest to subscribe in Medium and in Twitter for interesting projects.
Okay, thank you. I remember that, and I will try. I believe other people will try also do. And I also have the last question. The last question is, do you have something, do you have some words or do you have something for people who want to join Web3 or just join Gear ecosystem, for people who want to build on Fire network? Do you have suggestions for them?
Yeah, I suggest actually. I see trends of migrating of existing services and applications into blockchain. I see demand from different Web2 services who want to migrate their businesses to blockchain for different reasons, because of security, transparency, and a lot of reasons. So yeah, I suggest people will they actually already start learning. I see a lot of people who know what is Web3, and actually thanks to the features that we previously described, that Gear protocol introduces, like actor model and delayed messages and automation, that it can be implemented. So Web2 applications, Web2 services, and actually other services, they can easily implement the use cases for their users. So I think it will increase adoption to entire Web3 actually. And then this is the goal in Gear. This is the goal of Web3 Foundation, to increase Web3 adoption.
Yeah.
And we will keep working on that. Yeah.
And we will also provide some support or financial support to people, to those developers who want to build.
Yeah, for sure. We actually organizing hackathons for developers. We are organizing workshops for students where we describe our technology, teach them how to implement smart contracts, and yes, engaging them. So yeah, we plan to increase academy courses, add some more free courses in academy. And yeah, we have plans to support developers via grants programs. So yeah, a lot of activities will be done for that.
Yeah, that's great. And thank you, Andrei. And that's all of my questions. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to talk with you today. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, you really
thank you.
A very detailed introduction about Polkadot, about Gear protocol and Fire network, and also you mentioned the important part is Gear Academy, and we will try that, and we will let more people know that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for your attention. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.